I came out to Rialto, which is 30 miles west of where I'm from now. I'm in the park. I had to go potty. What a shithole. It's an interesting area. Lower working class type people. That's the Civic Center. It's got an indoor pool and the theater, and the theater part's all locked up. I'm parked over there underneath those shade things. I might as well walk in the shade. Do I want to come up here and audition? Well, finally, when I figured out where this place was, I looked at the map, and it's not that far off the highway. So once you know where it is and how to get there, it's not so bad. Oh my God. Got a play area. Basketball court, tennis court, I guess. That's the sound of California. Mexican gardeners everywhere you go. And I'm not being racist or ethnicist. I'm being real. Someone with some smarts and an umbrella. This looks more promising than some of the venues I've driven to and wondered if I should audition. Every place out here has a Walmart, because every place out here is considered the boonies. Oh my goodness. That's an indoor pool. The guy came to the door because I was trying to open the door and it wasn't open. Young fella. He said they're cleaning the pool and everything's locked up. I said, okay. Guys said I was just coming out to see where the theater was, and he goes, it's right next door here. I said, I see, but I have to pee. So I went to the little shithole place to go pee. Don't know if it's homeless or poor people that don't give a shit or what is why it's so junky everywhere. This country has so much to offer. It's so beautiful. But then you get people that don't give a shit. Some people feel privileged and expect everyone to clean up after them. Some people are stupid. I don't know what the deal is. But will I be going to the gym today? Probably not, but I will tomorrow for sure. I have some laundry to do because what I wore yesterday got all dirty from mowing the grass and all that. It's named after Sandra R. Courtney, some lady that left a lot of money to form a community theater thingy here. There's the box office. Or maybe it was a box office. There's the box office. So it's closed up tighter in a drum. There's the car. I smell Chinese food. Must be a place around here. I'm trying to eat better. It's really, really hard when you like to eat and you know how to cook. I'm on my way back home now. Now that I know where this place is, I'll be on my way home. I'll stop at Office Depot and pick up a printer that I've just purchased. I really don't have the money to buy stuff. Once I get to a certain level, I tell myself you cannot spend another penny, because cannot spend another penny, lady, because one little slip like that stupid tire incident and you're sunk, you're done for. And the way things are these days, you're really done for. Oh, it says live theater on stage here. Check us out at rcplayers.live. 5 minutes and something. It's a little bit less hot unless you're standing in the sun, and breezy, so it's not too bad. Oh gosh. Now this isn't bad. The last place I went to check out down in where was that? Riverside? Was a tiny little hole that had everything barred up, windows, doors, everything, and it was small, like the size of a double garage. And I'm thinking, really? That's the problem with the society. I know the United States is always, in high schools, have always spent more on sports than they have fine arts. I think it ought to be divided a little more equally. You have to have niceties as well as sports. Sports are good. I'm not dissing sports, but art and theater and spoken word, written word, things like that are just as equally good to make a society. Yeah, it is starting to get kind of warm on me right now. I'm starting to schwitz. Yeah, starting to get glistening. I'm glistening. Huh? I'm glistening. I really do need to work out. I'll make up my mind when I get closer to home whether or not I want to work out, even for 20 minutes. I really should. But I think I'll wait until tomorrow for that and hit it early in the morning when there's not so many people. I was wrong the other day when I said no ladies go there. There were a handful of ladies. One kind of dumpy like me. She was on a stationary bike but was seated, like in like a chair with your legs moving. Yeah, at the lowest level that she just had her legs moving. So what's the point? She just wanted to be there. Then there was a lady somewhere about my age, maybe older. She was packed in tighter than a salami. She had muscles galore. She was showing another lady how to do the different machines. I kind of envied her health, because I don't want to be quite like that, but I want to be in better shape for sure. Round and dumpy is a shape, but that's not the one I want. I want to be toned. Do. So, on to pick up the printer. My body says, "You're hungry, idiot, you're hungry." What time is it? I will check. Oh, it's 1 o'clock p.m. There's a neat cake place with expensive cakes. I could get a cake for Ash and Brian, but I think they have something planned for Spencer, maybe for the weekend, since this is whatever it is, Memorial Weekend? Labor Day weekend. Labor Day, right? Labor means work, and when you go back to school, you work. That's how I remember it. I think that's what it is. So Monday's a bank holiday. Nice sitting in the shade. The canopy thing that I'm under is actually solar panels, which is kind of cool. Out here, where it's really sunny a lot, down Southern California, you'd be stupid not to use solar panels. And I'm sorry, Trump, and all your other people. You're just greedy, and you want to make money off the gas company and all that. That's the only... Lovely. The only reason he's so against windmills and everything else is his buddies that are patting him on the back with their hand halfway in his pocket don't want that kind of power. They want to make money off of coal and gas and stuff like that. That's how they made their money for years, and that's what they want to do. Well, you got to switch up, people. Get into another, diversify. They don't like that word, diversity, in any way, shape, or form. Whether it's a job, whether you know how to do more than one type of thing in your job, or whatever, they don't like it. They want people as simple and as stupid as can possibly be, like the pawn on a chessboard. They're very expendable. And in the Middle East, when I was there were different layers of people, workers that were in that country building buildings. There were the Italians, there were the Belgians, there were the Germans, and some Americans. People from Pakistan and India were the low men on the totem pole. They had guys out there digging ditches with shovels in 100 degrees. They have bulldozers and stuff, but they made these guys just, give them something to do and then give them a container of water and a tent. Or house them in like 20 people in a little room or something. I mean, they treated people from India like shit. That is the truth. Girls from Poland and Russia, China, were brought there to be whores. Just like Trump and Epstein and all those other fuckwads. It's a big business. It's a big business. I mean, there's a lot of things that you wouldn't think are big businesses, like hospitals. I worked at a hospital for 10 years. It was the last year and a half that I was working there that I figured out what a big business it was. I came up with some cost-saving and work-efficient ideas, which they ended up using, which helped me out of a job, but it made more money for them. They did not have to try so hard, and they won the Malcolm Baldrige Award. It's a big, prestigious business award. That's when it dawned on me how the wool's pulled over our eyes and we don't even know it. Sometimes you can't really help it because it's the only place that you can work or shop or whatever, like Walmart. There's a ton of Walmarts where there's poor, ignorant people, or just people that can't drive and spend. So, yeah, they gouge us. I was just watching a report this morning about how the price tag and the barcode on Walmart products are different. Luckily, I don't have any more important things to buy at Walmart. The only thing will be like cleaning supplies, paper towels, toilet paper. But I'm going to have to really, really, really watch my pennies. I'm not a cheapskate. I'm just thrifty as much as I can be. I talked to my friend in New Jersey today. He's from South Philly. He's a musician. We were talking about things we did when we grew up and ways we made up coin here or there, how you pick up a penny in the parking lot if you see one. And he said, I do too. Still, I picked up a penny the other day. I gave it to Spencer already, but usually I wash them, put them in a little container, and at the end of the year at Christmas time I give him all that's in the container, all the money I found through the year, and he puts it in his bank. And he was real excited. He wants to put that penny in his bank because when you have your bank full, you take it to the bank, the big bank. So I don't know if Daddy's been talking to him or not, but he's got the concept of saving, which is wonderful. There's so many kids today that don't understand much of anything. Excuse me, I've had allergic reaction to sinus drainage. Must be something pollinating, I don't know. He is almost 4. Next Wednesday he'll be 4. And I was wondering how old the kid has to be before they learn about stranger danger, because he doesn't quite understand that. I was outside yesterday. I saw a double rainbow out the window, so I went outside to film it. It was beautiful, a whole rainbow, 2 whole rainbows. He saw me outside and came running out in his socks. I picked him up and I said, I don't want you getting your socks dirty or wet. And I said, does Mommy know you're out here? I don't know what he said, but it wasn't yes. And I said, I don't want you getting in trouble. Every time we get together, you get in trouble. Oh, well, nothing. You know, Mom and Dad were watching TV. Little brother was walking around. He flaps his hands a lot. I don't know if he's autistic or if that's just his thing. And, Spencer's big enough to open the door. He comes out. That's not good. And they really shouldn't be able to have to put a lock up or higher, because if there's an emergency, he wouldn't be able to get out. So he's just going to have to learn not to open the door and go running out. So it's almost time for stranger danger. I was looking at something online about that, and they said, before you get to stranger danger, you have, and I forgot what they called it, but it's like an intermediary step up to stranger danger so that they don't get scared. But I think Mom and Dad are on the right track. They're doing a really good job. Whew. Couple more minutes, I'm starting to sweat. Thank God this car has air conditioning. I'm going to go on my way back home. I want to find something to eat that I want and buy it, but I can't really afford to do that. Everything costs so much out here. It does everywhere now. When I called about the pants nut and getting all these emails about from this clothing factory company, whatever, the ladies, I said, are they coming from China or something? You just tell me now. No, they're coming from Indiana. Okay, that's in the United States. That's a couple days drive, or an airplane flight and a couple trucks worth, and don't know. I hope that they will fit. I hope that it will be a good thing. I have so much to do, so I better get going. At least I found this place. Finally. This is... I think every community should have sports complex and arts complex and training for regular stuff like carpentry and plumbing and electric and cars, and they ought to have important places like that. And then the rest could be stores that sell you stuff, or food places that sell you stuff, and housing. But they need to plan communities that have important resources like this to make a well-rounded person. Well, I'm well-rounded, but I need to tone up. So shut up, Shirley, and let's go upward and onward.